Hello, it's Retroblogs, and yes, I have just come from school. If you're wondering what school I go to, just tell by my accent, and I'm sure there's lots of people on Retroblogs. No, not Retroblogs.com, YouTube.com, who will tell you what school I go to. It's Alexandra High School. If you wanted to know, if you want to say hello to me around school, if you don't know who I am, hello, my name's Jack, or Retroblogs. Call me whatever. But before I do actually review my next game, it will be Pitfall for the Atari 2600. I may have already done it a couple of times before, but this time I've actually read into it now and know some extra stuff about it. Such as the game, did you know Pitfall only took 1,000 hours of programming to complete, to actually make the game. The game itself, to draw it out, took 10 minutes. The whole of Pitfall took 10 minutes to draw. Now I've found David Crane's actual quote of what he said about how he made Pitfall. Okay, he says, "I sat down with a blank sheet of paper and I drew a stick figure in the centre. I said, okay, I have a little running man and put him on a path." So he draws 2 more lines on the paper. "Where is the path? Let's put it in a jungle." So draw some trees. "Why is he running?" In brackets he's got draw treasure to collect, enemies to avoid, etc. And Pitfall was born. The entire process took about 10 minutes, and 1,000 hours of programming later, the game was complete. So the whole game of Pitfall took 1,000 hours and 10 minutes to complete. That's all it was. And now I'm about to show you 2 screenshots. I'm just downloading them there. This is how unprepared I have. I've just come straight from school and thought I'll quickly do this. Yes. I'm going to show you 2 screenshots. The first one will be a screenshot of Pitfall on the Atari 2600, and the second one will be a screenshot of Pitfall on the ColecoVision. They are the same kind of scene, although the time and points are different. There's a lot of difference, mainly in colour. Here's the first one. Yep, and here's the second one. So they're a lot different. If you're wondering, yes, Pitfall, there were quite a few Pitfall games released originally on Atari 2600, Atari 5200, Atari 8-bit, ColecoVision, Commodore 64, Intellivision and Sega SG-1000. They were the main consoles of the original Pitfall, but there were more. Like in 1985, Sega made one called Pitfall 2: Lost Caverns, which is now apparently quite rare. And if you're wondering why I'm not looking at the camera, I'm reading this off Wikipedia. This is how unprepared I was. I do memorise it all, but I just don't have time to. I usually do remember all what I say. So all these facts I'm reading out to you now will, if I made a video next week, I'll remember every single fact, because I've got good memory like that. Plus I like retro stuff, so I'll remember it a lot easier. Yes. Oh yeah, because in 1982, Pitfall, well, Activision, the company that made Pitfall, licensed Pitfall to Sega. That's why they made their Pitfall 2: Lost Caverns game, and it remade the first level resembling the original Pitfall, the second level resembling the caverns of Pitfall, which you know is underground and shit. And then it just goes on there, made for the Commodore 64 and Apple II, using Activision Game Maker as a demonstration of the game building software. Pitfall appeared on Nintendo's Entertainment System in 1987 as Super Pitfall, but was not successful and received poor reviews. So Super Pitfall will be a game to look out for me to buy and review. If not, I'll do an emulator on it. If my voice sounds really annoying, I think I've got a cold or something coming on. I don't know what coming on, but my voice doesn't sound right to myself. It might seem alright to you, it just didn't sound right to me. Sounds weird, but anyway, the series sequel from the NES was on the SNES, Pitfall: The Mayan Adventure. Yeah, and it came out on the Sega Mega Drive in 1994. The game was ported to Windows 95 and the Atari Jaguar the following year, and was the most recent release of Pitfall. Mayan Adventure was on 2001 on the Game Boy Advance. This game was well known for having the original Pitfall as well to play on it. In 1998, Pitfall 3D Beyond the Jungle for the Sony PlayStation, featuring Bruce Campbell as Pitfall Harry, was released. So this is probably the first time you hear Pitfall Harry speak. Harry being the little green man you run around as. In 2004, a sequel was released for Sony PlayStation 2, Nintendo GameCube, Microsoft Xbox, and was titled Pitfall: The Lost Expedition. Though it had many cartoon effects with tributes of the original Pitfall, the first two original games are playable in the game. The port of this game, titled Pitfall: The Big Adventure, was released on Wii. September 23rd, 2008. So I think September 23rd, 2008 was the latest release of any Pitfall game, because back in 2006 the original Pitfall resurfaced a mini game on Arcade's Murder World in Marvel Ultimate Alliance, where this is where a sequence where the player has to rescue Jean Grey from an arcade machine. The player has to go through a Pitfall type game in order to reach Jean and free her from the machine. In the Jungle Book for the SNES, there was also a hidden mini game. So they're all the Pitfall games released. I've just listed them all, and there were also TV adaptations. Like in 1983, Pitfall made its animated television debut as a segment on CBS's Saturday Supercade cartoon lineup under the name Pitfall Harry. The basic plotline involved Harry, his niece Rhonda, and a cowardly mountain lion, Quickclaw, exploring the vicious lands for hidden treasure. After only one season, Pitfall, Harry, and Frogger were replaced by Kangaroo and Space Ace. The series has not been officially released on DVD or VHS. My last fact to read about Pitfall is the trivia. When Pitfall was originally sold, anyone who scored more than 20,000 points could send Activision a picture of his or her television screen to receive a Pitfall Harry Explorer Club patch. Original game was released in September 1982. It was actually one of the best-selling games for the Atari 2600, selling over 4 million copies. The only one I can think of that actually topped that would have been Pac-Man. I did have it loaded up, but now it's gone. Did I mean PC Man? No, Pac-Man. I meant Pac-Man. Pac-Man. Okay. Right, sales. Well, first released in 1980 on arcade. So where is the? Oh, this is Pac-Man's also the game where the 256 levels fucked up basically, and it was famous for E.T. and probably Pac-Man for the video game crash, because the ghosts on the Atari 2600 jumped around the place. Like, I have got a picture. I will put it in right at the end if it works. If it doesn't work, the picture won't go in. It's like a .gif where you can actually see the movement, but I don't know if it will actually go on. Atari 2600. Go back. Atari 2600 Pac-Man. Where's it gone? There it is. Right. Doesn't say how many copies were sold. Ooh. Atari produced 12 million units, while the port sold 7 million copies. So the best selling Atari 2600 game is Pac-Man at 7 million. Close behind it was Pitfall at 4 million, well, just over 4 million. I mean, in Pitfall single player, also single player again, or multiplayer. You can have multiplayer in Pac-Man apparently. So yes, thanks for watching, and if that picture works I'll put it in, if it doesn't I won't. Thanks for watching. Retroblogs, see you later.